Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here with 60 and Me. Thank you for being here today. Hope that you're doing well. Are you on a Zoom call later today? Have you got a Zoom call planned? If you have, you are one of the millions of people that are using this platform to connect with family and friends, to do online business, to do conversations with other like-minded groups, book clubs, craft groups, Pilates and yoga classes, and maybe even for some of you, virtual travel. Everything is going on the Zoom platform. And in many ways, it has been, in my opinion, one of the great, sort of saving graces of this pandemic. I have been able to continue my work. I've been able to do my videos, all kinds of things, interviews and talking to people on Zoom. So some of you are very comfortable with Zoom. Some of you are probably Zoomed out, but I just think there's still some people that are struggling, and I want to spend some time on this video today talking about how you can look elegant. She straightens her jacket on a Zoom call, and I've got some ideas about lighting and backdrops and jewelry, makeup, all kinds of things that hopefully will help you to feel more comfortable and elegant. Now, this article was written by Steve Hadley. Steve is one of our bloggers, and he is actually a fashion designer. So he wrote this article a little bit from a fashion perspective, like what to wear, but that's only part of it. And so I want to go through with you kind of some things to think about on Zoom. Now, as I said, if you're at home, which is where Zoom calls take place, of course, you are probably not thinking about what to wear. And so you might just grab a jacket or a sweater and just put it over top of whatever else you're wearing, your baggy pants and yoga clothes, whatever. And that's okay too. But if you have a meeting that you want to look a little bit more presentable and have a little bit more of a engagement with the people you're speaking with, you just want to look good, these are some things you can do. Achieving a confident look is challenging, and Zoom can actually be a place where you're doing business, where you're doing conversations where you want to present a kind of put together style. So little details make a big difference. Now, as I said, if you want to throw a jacket over what you're wearing, that's fine too, but if you have something that you can put on that's a little bit more colorful, a little more interesting, or the colors are a little bit more compelling, that's the thing to do. Here's some ideas. Colorful necklace and bracelet combo. Now, I don't wear bracelets, but I always wear necklaces, and my necklaces are usually short like this. And they say, I was reading this once, that if you have something around your neck at this kind of point, it's a focus point for people when they're looking at you. So are you all noticing my bead? But it's just, wearing something around your neck that kind of gives some texture and pulls your hair together, pulls your face together. And, if you use an understated gold pendant, or even just a very tiny little, little iconic thing that you feel comfortable with, that's the key, is to go into a Zoom call wearing the clothes and the jewelry and the accessories that you feel good in, that you look good in and you feel comfortable. It's really not silly to accessorize on Zoom. I think I always wear a necklace, when I do my videos, but whenever I'm doing a Zoom call, I always pay special attention to the necklace that I'm wearing. I just think it connects me with the people or the person that I'm talking to. So you can stand out with a splash of color. Now, as you can see, I'm wearing a black top, and that's fine too. You can wear a black top with a jacket colored. Black is actually kind of nice on Zoom because it looks very like a palette. And then you can put a colored jacket or scarf, something that's a little bit more, elevates your look a little bit. Colors are kind of unique. I love pink. I wear pink a lot. And I must admit that whenever I wear pink for a Zoom call, I always get more comments. There's something about the color pink that is like, it just sort of makes people feel approachable and comfortable, and it's not too bright. Although you can wear bright colors, it's totally fine. Just wear whatever you feel good in. But for me, pink is a color that I tend to, feel comfortable myself in. You can use creative patterns. Now, I don't actually wear many patterns. I'm not a pattern person, and that's actually why I actually wore this little, it's not really a jacket, it's just kind of a little sweater thing. I wore this because it's got some really pretty floral colors on it. It's like a scarf, but around my shoulders. So I thought that was really nice. You can wear, a lightweight jacket like this, or something that has a collar with a pattern on it. I think it's really nice to do that. Steve is a big fan of tie-dye and other kind of designs that make a statement. A pattern scarf is nice. One thing that I always get comments on when I wear is a headband. I don't have any actually with me today, but if you put a headband on and pull your hair up, it just, people notice it right away. And the comments are, wow, where'd you get that headband? That's really cool. It doesn't have to be fancy. You can buy them on Amazon for like a couple of dollars. Really, really lovely. So just doing those simple things, wearing a print color on your jacket or sweater, and wearing a headband or a necklace, really, really cool. You know, if you're with family and friends, it doesn't really matter. But even then, it's like nice to do kind of a makeup look, and also a talking point. Like for example, my necklaces, I tend to make those myself. And just when people say, "Oh, where did you get your necklace?" and say, "Oh, it's hobby, something that I do. You know, I just decided to start making them." Or you can say, "Oh no, I bought this in Bali when I was there," or "It's from Paris. Every time I wear it, I'm reminded of my trip there." And you know, wear something on your wrist, or on, because your wrist is actually, you know, you're seeing your wrist a lot. When you're on a call. Another thing actually I brought to show you is a lot of times you have an hour of a call and you want have a cup of tea or juice or something next to you. I mean, if you grab a bottle and just drink it from the bottle, that's not terribly elegant maybe. But if you want to do something a little different, just get a nice cup. This is my very beautiful little Pip Studio cup that I bought in a charity shop. It was crazy, but I want to have a cup of tea. You know, you bring this up to your lips to have a cup of tea. It's just interesting to people. They see it, they go, "Oh, that's a nice cup, Margaret." It's all about making the call personal, right? It's all about making it just connect to people. So cups of tea, put it in a nice cup. Just a little piece of advice from me. Another thing to think about is light. Now, I was challenged a little earlier with light, and I was moving around. I could see the light coming in. I put a little curtain up there because having good lighting is really important with Zoom. Make sure, if you can, that you get the light in front of you. Now, I have a window here where I get natural light, but only during certain times of the day. It passes over my building and it goes completely dark. So I do have, because I do a lot of videos, a ring light. Now, you can buy ring lights for under $20, $30. They're not very good, but if you bring them close to yourself, you get a little bit of a glow on your face. So it's kind of nice to have some kind of light that you can turn on in front of you, or even just a light, like a lamp, and just put it in front of you, not so much like really pointing at you directly, but more ambient light. So lighting is, though, super important. You know, when the lighting's behind you, it darkens your face, and it just makes you look a little shady. You know, like you're in the shade, you're not out in front. So that's one thing to consider. Makeup is something else I wanted to chat about really briefly, because I love makeup. I do makeup tutorials and reviews. You know, I love makeup at 60andMe, and I try different things. But I tend to wear, when I'm on a Zoom call, a more glowy, natural foundation, not a heavy powder foundation. This one is Joa. It's just a BB cream. And I tend to put maybe a little bit more blush on this part of my cheeks. I normally bring it up, well, this is brought up, but just because that's what people are seeing. Like, you're very rarely talking from the side, you're talking straight on. So just make sure that you've got a little bit of blush, or just pat your cheeks as you go onto the YouTube, onto the Zoom call. Just go do, and they get a little cheeky, a little red. And I also tend to wear a little bit darker lipstick. I don't wear dark lipstick, but today I put on just a teeny shade darker, because then it, again, it highlights your features. Mascara always. Eyes are really important when you're connecting on Zoom or any platform. But so mascara, lips, and cheeks, and a natural foundation. You don't have to go crazy. Just those are the things I think that highlight you most and give you that elegant look. What else? Natural. Oh yes, one comment that Steve makes is use natural or artificial light. Try not to mix them, because mixing them will give you a sort of a strange effect. So artificial or natural. Most people have natural light, and it's good. That's the best way. But of course, if you're doing a Zoom call at night, then you do need to put some light in front of you, and of course shut your blinds so you're not glaring at your neighbor maybe, and just use the artificial light. What else have I got to mention here? Camera at eye level. A lot of people do this where they're like way down like this, you can see. All it takes is you to just lift the lid of your computer. And the number of people that do that, it just surprises me, that because you can see yourself. And if you're way, way down here, then you can see there's a huge gap here. Just pull yourself up, pull the lid of your laptop or your camera, whatever you're using to do this. And you can see then your head should just be, not like off the top, but just kind of just there. And that's an important one to look at too. Mind your surroundings. Now, I have a table here with a little flower. It's just an artificial flower, but I found putting it there gives me a little bit of a background. I have a picture here that sort of cuts the blandness of the wool. And then behind me, I have a cupboard. It's actually a cupboard that I keep things in, but I put wallpaper, removable wallpaper on it, so I've got some floral background there instead of just a white cover. But make sure that if you've got boxes stacked up, or you've got something hanging from the ceiling or whatever, just move everything, just clear that backdrop. You can select some backgrounds from Zoom, like you can have the Eiffel Tower behind you, or you can have a beach, but I've never really felt comfortable doing that. I just as soon have the background of my room, even though it's not very fancy, it's just kind of my place. So that's one thing, and I think that's it. Don't have people walking into your shot if you can help it. Nothing embarrassing behind you that you don't want people to see. This is so frequent though. You get these really crazy news stories where people have left, something on the shelf they shouldn't have, or, their husband walks by without any clothes on. I mean, that's happened. That's happened. People come out of the shower and they forget you're on a Zoom call. Anyway, you know not to do that. So that's kind of some tips from Steve and I hope it helps you to have a more elegant Zoom call. I think it's worth it. Enjoy Zoom. It's the one way that we can connect with people, family, friends, and work, and pleasure and passions, and just enjoy it and take those little extra steps. I think you'll appreciate them even more, and you'll just have a better engagement with your group or your person. Take good care, everybody, and let us know. How do you make your outfit sparkle on Zoom? How do you look more elegant? Take really good care, everybody. Thank you so much again for being here. Have a fabulous day. Stay safe and well. All the best. Bye-bye for now.